fractions. So here we've got -4/9 times f equals -3. So we're going to still use the same steps as we did with the whole numbers, but when we get to that final part of solving, we have to think, oh yeah, we're working with a fraction. So originally, if this was a whole number right here, I would say, well, I'm going to divide by negative whatever the number is. Well, we're still going to do that. I'm going to divide by -4/9. Cross it out. And for now, when we get fractions, I want you to work in fraction form. So over here, when I write it, instead of writing it underneath, I'm going to write it behind here. Divide by -4/9. Okay, so when we divide fractions, here we have a whole number. We're going to have to first change that to a improper fraction. And then our saying is keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep -3/1. We're going to change to multiplying, and we're going to flip the last fraction, -9/4. Okay, now we can see if we can cross cancel, which we can't. So we'll go ahead and multiply straight across. 3 times 9 is 27, over 1 times 4 is 4. We have 2 negative signs, so it makes it a positive 27/4. Now, as you're doing these, you should go through and change them to mixed numbers. So let's see, 4 would go into 27. 6 times 4 is 24. I have 3 left over, so that's my top number, over what I divided by of 4. So final answer is 6 3/4. So F equals 6 3/4. And it was positive because there were 2 negatives. Okay, so let's try another one. Okay, so we have 3/4 G equals -12. So we want to get the 3/4 out of there. So we're going to divide by 3/4. Divide by 3/4. Okay, so instead of writing it out the way that I just did, I should have written it out behind. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that and write it behind just so I know which fraction I'm supposed to flip. So divide, by 3/4. Okay, so we'll change this to over 1. And we're going to keep -12/1. We're going to change to multiplying, and we're going to flip. So it's now 4/3. Okay, so we're going to see if we can cross cancel. So here I can see between 12 and 3 that 3 would go into each of those. So 3 would go into 3 once and into 12 4 times. And now when I multiply straight across, 4 times 4 is 16 over 1, so I can keep it as 16. I had 1 negative sign, so it's a -16. So G equals -16 as a final answer. All right, let's have you guys try one. Now, on this one, if you'd like to use a calculator to help you with cross-canceling or in the reduction, you may do so. So I'd like you to go ahead, pause your video, work your way through this problem, and then check back in just a second to see what your final answer is. So you should have gotten C equals negative 854. Okay, so that's working multiplication when multiplication is originally involved.